Good morning, evening, or afternoon, everybody. It's Kaghoe coming at you with another video. So today I wanted to take the time to talk about the things I am most looking forward to here in the coming up PTR for Phase 6. I have just sort of a little checklist that I've made for things I'm going to go out there and test. And so I wanted to share with you guys so you guys can also test them and be thinking about these things, because this is sort of where the discoveries are now. Whether or not we're going to see anything new or not, other than the raid, that will be revealed when the PTR comes out. But it could be a fun little thing to go and do, and I enjoy it and sharing any of my findings with you guys. But before we get into the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Everything you guys do helps my channel grow, helps me get discovered, and helps me help as many people as possible, which is the entire point of my channel. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So the first and foremost thing that I am curious to see is if gear changes will be in there. And what do I mean by that? Well, yes, they could tweak a lot of the AQ loot as they have done in MC, BWL, ZG. I would expect them to continue with that and change that stuff too. However, the biggest one is going to be the tier 2.5. So people put AQ as 2.5 because it's only a 5-piece set. It's not a full 8-piece, at least normally. They could make it a full 8-piece, as well as the bonuses I don't think are too amazing. You'll have to correct me if you're wrong, but I think like you used a few pieces for stats. But with how good our tier 1 and even tier 2 pieces are, I highly doubt that we are going to see the gear change at all. I just don't think that we will see like them put it in and not be good if they are going to switch it up and change it. So that leaves the question, are we going to get a new tier bonus specifically for AQ, or are they just going to leave it how it is and we'll just have to do as we always have done? It'll be cool to see. I hope we get changed. I hope we get a new tier set. I think that's been one of the most exciting things of SOD here at the end game, is messing around with like your tier 1, your tier 2, your 0.5, your PvP sets, and just being able to mix and match them. There are some classes that like go 4, 2, and 2. There are some classes that go 4 and 4. There are some classes that just go 6 and 2, and it's just really cool to see that be a way to play the game and be used. So I'm all for an additional gear set and changing it and adding to it. Then the next one is going to be obviously AQ 20 and 10 man, which are formerly AQ 40 and 20 man. New raid, tons of fun, and we'll be able to test out the depths of madness, which has received a lot of negative feedback. And then Blizzard went ahead and clarified on it even more after the announcement. But all in all, I think people really just need to get out there and see it on the 8th. So for this Friday, 2 days from this video, you'll be able to go out there and see what it's like, if it's enjoyable, if it's fun, or if it is pure torment, which people are already just jumping to that conclusion without even trying it. And I hate to see that. I hate when people do that. I would love to see people actually try the raid, try the new mechanic, and, see how it's going to play out. But historically, there are a few points with Wrath, specifically when we saw the end of Oldemon, or Oldum, then Ulduar, sorry, and then TOGC with doing the perfect raid to not die, and then Wrath of the Lich King and like trials and how many attempts you had and stuff like that, just sort of punishing you for failing, and that kind of is always never sat right with me for WoW personally as well. But we will have to see how it is, because classic mechanics are not that hard. We'll just really truly have to see how. Like, it's a stacking thing that rewards more loot, so we'll just have to see how much harder it gets each time. So time will tell on that for sure, but all in all, it'll be fun to get out there and test it. I potentially might be doing a raid either Friday or Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time. If I do, I'll put it out there on the channel as an announcement. Also, join the Discord. It is the SOD Savior / Kaghoe Gaming Discord. It'll be in the announcements tab there if I do this as well. I just need to see where my guild is at and if people want to come. And we'll just, go in there, do a little testing, and have a good night. Everyone is welcome, but if you do come, I do ask that you, get world buffs, consumes. You can, have your character ready to go and prepared. I don't want to have to wait 30 minutes for start so people can have all that fun stuff. There are tons of vendors on the PTR. You can get all the gear that you want. But the next thing that I'm looking forward to testing is going to be rep vendors, real vendors, all the vendors out there, etc. This is where we see if any new content is being added to the game. The biggest one is once we get to Silithus here, I'll show you live, but a lot of the Silithus vendors just aren't even in the game. So seeing all those vendors be available, it'll be nice to sort of look at the gear and test it all out. Right now you can actually kind of cheat and look at the tier gear and stuff because they are quests, and a few of those quest vendors are there, so we'll definitely show you that too. But it hasn't changed yet here on the normal SOD server, so maybe with AQ and the PTR we will be able to see that. But these are where like awesome ideas, new things come. This is how people discovered that tier 2 bracers were on the vendor for 125 reels, which was able to correctly predict that we would see reels go up, as well as you could tell people to start getting their reels a month in advance so people could have 125 reels and be ready to go. I personally would love to see an MC catch-up gear vendor just to how long MCs take and how tough a Heat 3 is. I still don't even see Heat 3 pugs, and there's just a lot of awesome rag loot like Band of Akiria, Choker of the Fire Lord, the Band of Sulfuros, Thunder Fury bindings, as well as the hammer. The hammer isn't even that good anymore because of class weapons, but it is still something people go after. And while legendaries could be excluded from a vendor like that, to me it's SOD. It's a seasonal server. No one really wants to go back and grind the MC, which at this point will be 2 phases old. If this was normal classic, I would absolutely say keep it because it has that permanence it carries with it. There's that horizontal progression. But here in SOD, with how powerful the next tier's gear is, the next tier things, there's only like 2 items that everyone wants and goes in there, and it's just not really fun to do it. And then you just are going to keep doing it and doing it and doing it till everyone has it, and it can just really put wear and tear, especially when we're going to get BWL and have the same thing. BWL is pretty much going to replace that MC slot for my guild because we still need like 8 DFTs in our guild, so it's just going to be something that I hope they consider and put in because SOD is a seasonal server, but that's just my opinion and thoughts on that. Then finally, this is something cool that you guys can do. If you are an enchanter, you can actually start keeping your epics. So an example here, my bank is completely full with them, but here are some of them that I had from my raid last night. And so these will actually, right now, they will DE into large brilliant shards, but when the AQ patch goes live, this is true because this happened in Classic 2019 when AQ came out, and I look forward to doing it on the PTR just to see. But when we log into the PTR, you'll be able to DE them, and you should get Nexus crystals. I will definitely do that and show you guys and make that video, as well as when the game went live in 2020, when you DE'd them, they became Nexus video crystals. I have videos literally showing proof of all of that, proof that I had the items beforehand, proof of me going in there and DEing them, and just a whole bunch of stuff like that. So you guys can definitely see that, and it's something you can do to make a bunch of gold with your Nexus crystals. You also can delete a bunch of items if your bank is full, and you can restore them. Even if you have past DEs, you can restore all of those DEs, and then they will DE into Nexus crystals as well. So I don't like to, exploit the game that way, but it is something I did test and do all the way back in 2020, and it was probably one of my best predictions, so I wanted to share with you guys now. So this is what I was talking about with the quests and stuff. So you can look at these items here, and you can see that's pretty much the equivalent of a Mage Blade with hit, and that is the AQ sort of 20 gear. And as you can see, I don't think that has changed too much, and I don't think the 3 set has changed as of now either. So what they could possibly do is combine the AQ 20 set and the AQ 40 set, and you could see something similar to like a just like a full 8 set. So that is something to be advised, and I can't wait to see for that. But anyway, those are all the things that I am looking forward to testing in Phase 6. I would love to hear from you guys, things you think I missed, things that you would want to see me test, and so on, because I will gladly go out there and do it. I think testing on PTR is quite fun. So anyway, that's it for this video, and until next time, I'll see you later. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Hey you. Yes you. Are you still there? Well, I appreciate you for taking the time to watch this entire video and making it to the end here. If you enjoyed this video, definitely check out the other videos about World of Warcraft listed in these playlists down below. And thank you again. Have a great day. Bye-bye.